Good morning from the Disney Dream. We are sailing at a pretty good clip. It's a little breezy. You can see some other ships out in the distance over there. And we are headed towards Nassau in the Bahamas. You can't see land yet. So I'm heading down to Cabanas to get breakfast. And thank you to Danielle for saying hello. So who watches our Disney videos. I hope you're having a great cruise or had a good cruise at this point by the time you're watching this video. So I'm going to go get breakfast real quick, and then we're going to go to our general session that's on the ship here. They records the clocks on the ship to show the times of the different Disney parks. Part of the buffet is closed because it's so early. They're not open yet. So I'm going around to this side where it is open. And you can see that we're still sailing. I think we'll probably dock in about 30 minutes to an hour or so. Look at that, I got here right on time. They're just lifting the curtains up. Everything's freshly out. There's bacon. I love early morning on the ship when it's fairly empty and you just feel like you have the whole ship to yourself. I'm right here underneath the aqueduct. This is one of our big goals for today, is to go down the aqueduct. They've got a whole goofy sports area over there. And we're still making our way to Nassau. Still can't quite see any land. So I'm gonna head downstairs for the conference. Favorite parts of the ship. I love when their horns go off. I'm trying to think of my crazy wind blown hair. Oh well. Hello.
Disney. And of course, Alani, a Disney resort and spa in Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the one and only Miss Sharon Siski!
Go ahead. Well, good morning. I love that you're a lively group already so bright and early, so thank you for being here. I think everybody got plenty of coffee and you're all ready to go? Great. Well, I just want to start a quick show of hands. How many of you have sailed with us before on a Disney cruise? Wow. Okay, so who wants to come up here and go through this then, right? So, that's awesome. So welcome back. For those of you who are sailing with us for the first time, it's really a pleasure for us to have you. It's a great opportunity for us when we have the chance to host the Disney Social Media Moms event on board one of our ships. We love it, and we love for you to have an opportunity.
Eugene wandering around?
No, maybe he's getting some apples for Maximus, maybe.
Or he could be playing hide and go seek with Pascal? Oh, gosh. Well, I better go find him before he gets in any trouble. Well, okay. I'll see you later.
Bye, Rapunzel. Bye. Well, I guess I should have told her that I actually saw that there was a class on how to smolder with Flynn Rider, so I might know where he is. But anyway, our next restaurant on the Disney Magic is going to be called Rapunzel's Royal Table, and it will debut on March the 9th. So obviously I have no images to show you because it's in production as we speak, so you just kind of have to picture this scene. You've got a regal ballroom in a royal castle. You've got the glowing wish lanterns, lively singing and dancing, led by the maitre d', of course, and a merry band of musicians, and then of course we have Rapunzel herself, and she's there, she's celebrating her birthday, and the anniversary of her return to the kingdom. So we're very excited. It's going to be very special, and we'll be debuting on March the 9th. Also coming to the Disney Magic and the refurb that's happening right now, newly designed spaces, experiences for adults and children, including a new enhanced vibe lounge for teens. We always want to make sure the teens are happy, and we're adding enhancements to that space, which we think are really going to be great for them. We'll add some special touches to the Cove Cafe for adults. So as you can see with all of that, we have a lot of magic in the works for Disney Cruise Line. So likewise, we have a lot of new one-of-a-kind experiences as well available through Adventures by Disney, and that's our guided group tour business. From the Disney animated film, she does meet and greets. The kids absolutely love it. She tells all of her tales of her adventure on her daring voyage across the Pacific. So it's lots of fun, lots of themed activities, makeovers, and other fun-filled experiences for the kids. So the resort really, I would say, it's rich in culture and storytelling, and our cast members really weave the tales of Hawaii and its people into every aspect of the experience, and that's what we think makes it so special. It's really unlike anything else that we've ever done. And it is also one of our Disney Vacation Club resorts. So let me talk a little bit about Disney Vacation Club. DVC is really one of the most dynamic businesses in our portfolio right now, an incredible period of growth and innovation. Just last summer, we opened our 14th property at Copper Creek Villas and Cabins at the Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Maybe some of you had a chance to see that when you were at Walt Disney World, but it is an absolutely beautiful resort. The accommodations are amazing. And I will tell you, the new amenities at the Wilderness Lodge are really spectacular. The Geyser Point Bar and Grill, as well as the Boulder Ridge Cove Pool, just stunning. And our momentum at DVC really continues to build. We are really excited about our next property, which will be Disney's Riviera Resort, and that'll be our 15th property, and that'll open near Epcot in 2019. And one of my favorite things about DVC really is just the how well appointed the accommodations are. You think about how spacious the rooms are, the washers and dryers, the large rooms with the full kitchens, and that gives the opportunity for families to kind of do their own little culinary experience and have some fun there in their own villa. So a lot of fun for the entire family.
So we are on break for a few minutes. I ran back to the room to get my credentials badge because I completely forgot it this morning, but luckily, we all kind of recognize each other by this point. But we are docked. We are in Nassau. Look at how pretty it is. Let me just go outside real quick, take a peek, and then I gotta go back downstairs. We are here, and it is a pretty day. It's a little bit overcast, but it is beautiful and warm outside. So I'm gonna head back down to the rest of the conference, and then I am going to put a bathing suit on and go play in this nice weather.
Change your SEO strategies. Okay? Focus on it. Sorry. Whoops. We're kissing each other. How are you guys doing? Good. Awesome. Yeah. Big thanks to Leanne for bringing me back here. I told her if I had 1,000 hours, I could keep on going. I could talk all day. Just ask my wife. She's sitting out there somewhere. I also heard that Hitchcock made you cry. How rude. How rude. And just so you know, I love Bob, but amateur hour is over. I do hope you have some tissues. This is going to be fun. You're going to like this. I know. I also have to warn you, I do wander, so I will be wandering right in front of the screen, and today we're front projected, so I'm going to be doing a lot of shadow puppets here. So I said, well, could we ask? Yeah. They said, yes. Oh, okay. That was easy. Again, it's that whole yes thing. You say ask, and they say yes. Everyone says yes. So, post a picture, and we're going to give $5. It's that simple. We had no idea how it was going to run. We had estimates internally that if we got to 20,000 uploads, we'd be really, really lucky. Oops, should have clicked that earlier. Sorry. That's how it ran. We were told 20,000 hits. If we were lucky, we hit 1.77 million.
Wow.
And the thing that we also loved was, again, potential media impressions is one of those hard metrics to measure. It's like how many people might have seen it. We were told over 2 billion. It might have been as high as 4 billion. We don't know. at some point we started getting numbers that were higher than the planet's population. It's like, okay, I don't believe that. That's not accurate. But, you know, again, Alex just mentioned engagement. Make-A-Wish saw their engagement in social media grow by almost 15% across their platforms, which at the time was a huge thing. They also saw a big uptick in the demographic of younger people looking at them. Disney fans knew Make-A-Wish because you go to the park and get it.
But also have a true vision for the social media space. In addition to overseeing the Disney Parks blog, he leads a team that creates and executes stories you see every day on our digital platforms. He's a master of storytelling himself. Please welcome Editorial Content Director Thomas Smith.
Well, Leanne, it was in my contract never to follow John. Never, ever, not to follow John. Bob's back there and he said, good luck, everybody's crying. So we got that. So if you've ever seen my stuff, any of my presentations, you know that I like to start with something the team's passionate about, something we're really excited about. Last year was all Star Wars. If you remember, we changed Spaceship Earth at Epcot into the Death Star. We even had a 1 million viewed blog post, and that was with no paid media. Another year, it was Disney-side Dogs Day. That was really cute. I should probably have that this year after that. But we marched 101 dogs down Main Street, USA, and it was for a big announcement. Another year was the Ultimate Tweet, where we marched 140 different characters out in the form of a hashtag for a big announcement. This year, that thing that we're so excited about, that the team is so passionate about, is this. That's a lot of Pixar. It's global. It's awesome. And that's Pixar Pier, Pixar Fest in California, as you know, Shanghai, Disneyland, Toy Story Land, Slinky Dog, Disney's Hollywood Studios. But that's old news to you. You heard that. Bob Chapek went all into that on Thursday. What you haven't heard, though, is that for us, the content editorial team, this is the year of Pixar. When 2018 is done, we're going to have a Wikipedia of stories from beginning to end, a sort of a hero's journey if you study the art and science of storytelling. And our team is going to ask a couple of key questions with every piece of content. We're going to ask, what if and why not? We have a lot of what-ifers on our team. You're going to see them in this presentation. And we found out that when we ask what if and why not early, good things happen. Did you see our Christmas coverage? We asked, what if we did 4 live streams? What if we did 3 amazing meetups in just a few weeks? What if we covered ourselves like a super newsroom and launched 125 different stories in a few weeks? With the gem being the 12 days of Disney Parks Christmas. The 12 days, not the 12 business days, so we work through the weekend. And if you ever worked at a corporation, how hard it is to push new news in that time. We did it with Pandora. After last year's Social Media Mom celebration, we really ramped it up. We put our foot on the pedal of content. We did so much content, it'll blow your mind if you look at our Wikipedia of stuff. We even did a Navi cheat sheet infographic to teach you how to become fluent in our non-Earth language. Really, we're speaking an on-Earth language at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You gotta go because the park is amazing these days. So what makes our Christmas coverage and our Pandora coverage and all of our coverage so special is that it includes some of the ingredients that makes Disney Parks so special, like John was talking about and Bob talked about earlier, and Alex. The 3 things we're gonna focus on are these. The people. People are the glue that keeps our editorial content program together. They power everything we do. The most tweeted line I've ever done, I've spoken at many, many Reagan conferences, several of these, I think this is my 6th Social Media Mom celebration, is this. People connect with people and not logos. And it still rings true today. We're going to talk about creativity. I mean, it's hard to beat all the stuff ahead of us, but the content team really does creativity. It's on the top of our list of what we do when we bake our content strategy. And experiences. We're all about content experiences. And the thing is, we all try to wrap this in a story. And I'm going to drop some sort of content strategy on you early, because when we tell stories, we aim for a simple triangle. This triangle. You see? There you go. This symbiotic relationship between the teller and the audience and the story.
And Star Wars Rebels. In 2010, she founded Her Universe, the groundbreaking fangirl fashion company and lifestyle brand with the mission to create stylish, fashion-forward merchandise for the female sci-fi fans. Please welcome Ashley Eckstein.
to the stage Her Universe founder, Ashley Eckstein.
From my dream of being a Disney cast member to being an actress on the Disney Channel to being the voice of a Star Wars character and into creating Her Universe, I would not have believed that I could do any of that without being taught to wish upon a star, and that if you can dream it, you can do it. For the PowerPoint. So while I get that, hello everyone! Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you. I have to tell you, it is such an honor to be here. I spoke at one of the Social Media Moms events back in 2013 when Her Universe was still brand new, and you were so warm and welcoming to me. And I became friends with several of you. We're Instagram friends. I see you at different events. Thank you. Yes. Oh, hi. It's Gay Dad, right? I know everyone by their handles. Please forgive me and tell me your name again. Mitch. Yes. Hi, Mitch. And actually, Kristin Howerton is out there as well. I met Kristin through Disney, and her daughter was actually one of the models up here on screen. And I'm just honored to be back here today. As you heard in the video, I am the voice of Ahsoka Tano on Star Wars. I'm the founder of Her Universe, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about my new book for Disney and talk about being an author, which is something I never in a million years thought I would say. So I'm going to get into that in a minute, but I want to give you a quick backstory on myself and Her Universe for those who are probably like, who is this girl standing here in a teacup skirt? So, my journey started, it all started with Ahsoka Tano and the search for a t-shirt made for me, made for women, because I am a huge fangirl. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I have, I wanted to be R2-D2 instead of Princess Leia when I was a little girl. And so I was thrust into the sci-fi world, and I was going to Comic-Cons and going to Disney World to promote Star Wars, and I just wanted Star Wars merchandise made for me. So I did what any girl would do, and I went shopping and quickly came up empty-handed. I ended up in the men's and the boys section, and I was told to be happy with a men's size small because women would not buy merchandise made for them. Now, I thought, yes, it's laughable, right? So that's what I said. So I actually started my research, and numbers said otherwise. So this is back in 2010, and we got the attendance of the top 5 conventions around the world. And back then, 45% of all sci-fi and fantasy fans were women and girls. And 85% of consumer purchases were being made by women. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but those numbers were not adding up. So I thought, if you make us something, we will buy it. But more importantly, in my research, I found out that girls were being bullied, and bullied terribly. Women and girls. I heard story after story of women pretending to be men on message boards just so they could have a conversation about Star Wars and be taken seriously. And I thought, this is no way to live. I mean, little girls were coming home crying for carrying a Star Wars backpack to school, and the boys saying, that's for boys, and, getting made fun of. So I thought, somebody's got to do something. And as the voice of Ahsoka, I thought, what would Ahsoka do? Ahsoka would stand up for the female fans. And so I went to Lucasfilm, and I said, hi, I'm one of your actresses, and you don't make anything for women. I'd like to design some t-shirts for you. And they told me no. And they told me no twice. And they sent me on my way, and they said, we only work with reputable companies, and we only give out licenses. And so I went away, and instead of thinking, okay, that's it, no, this is never going to happen, I said, okay, well, they were telling me some very
given me some very important feedback. They said no because. So I went away for about 9 months and I started my own company, Her Universe, and I found a manufacturing partner, and then I came back to Lucasfilm and they said yes, surprisingly. So thank you. They said, okay, well, we'll give you a license. You went about it the right way. But they told me proceed with caution, because they said we've never been able to sell merchandise to female fans. And they said, what's going to make you different? And I said, well, you've been ignoring. It's a safe place for female fans to step into the spotlight and be themselves and be celebrated. On June 22nd, as you saw, 2010, we launched Her Universe, and we opened up our website, heruniverse.com, and we started a community for female fans. And I was out to prove them wrong. And I'm proud to say that we did, because we proved that girls were out there, and we were able to, on multiple platforms, this is when social media was just getting started. Somebody told me, have you heard of this thing called Twitter? We think it's going to take over the world. And so I used it because it was free. And we garnered a community of over 350,000 fans. We started regular cross promotions where we reached millions of fans, and we regularly put on events where we know we reached over 50 million fans. And with that, we proved that girls would buy merchandise made for them. Over the course of a couple short years, Her Universe became a multi-million-dollar fashion and lifestyle brand. And thank you so much. And I say we because I didn't do this alone. From day one, I went out to the fans and I said, if we want change, united we stand, divided we fall. And we did it together. So I'm not standing up here alone because of what I did. It's because of what our entire community did. So then finally at the end of 2016, I received a phone call. I was approached by Hot Topic, and they asked me to join their family of brands. And Hot Topic acquired Her Universe. This was actually a dream come true, because I don't have any kids. I have a ton of godchildren and nieces and nephews, but Her Universe became my child. And my child needed to go off to college. It did not grow me. Her Universe was growing so fast, I could no longer support it to give it the growth that it needed, and so it truly was a dream come true to join Hot Topic. I went with the company, so I continue to do my role. Nothing's changed, except I don't have to pay the bills, which is nice. But I'm continue to be the founder and GM of Her Universe, and it's been a dream come true because it's opened up many doors, including doors at Disney. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today, because I got to work with the Disney Book Group on the Ahsoka book. It was a fiction story about my character Ahsoka. I did the audiobook and went on a book tour to help promote it, and it sold really well because female characters can sell books. For the longest time they said they couldn't, and so they said, let's do something else for this fangirl audience. And so we were just having a brainstorm, and they said, well, what about your story? Maybe, would you write a memoir? And I said, I just don't feel that I've lived enough of a life or even done enough to write a memoir, but I'd love to write a different book, because I wouldn't be standing here today without Disney. Disney influenced me and inspired me to make my dreams come true. Disney taught me how to dream it and do it. So I'll tell my story if I can tell it in more of an advice and inspirational book on how to make your dreams come true. So in May, It's Your Universe, You Have the Power to Make It Happen is being released on May 8th. And I'm super excited to tell you that as soon as you exit here today, you're going to receive an advanced copy. So you guys are going to be the first to read the book. I'm so honored, and please tell me what you think. I'm no Shakespeare, trust me. I never thought I would write a book, but it's just literally been a dream come true, and I'm excited that Ashley Taylor, Disney artist Ashley Taylor, Ashley, stand up. Ashley illustrated the book. So you'll get a copy, and then we'll be on deck 2 at 2 o'clock for a meet and greet. And I'd love to meet all of you. So and we'll also be here all weekend. So please join us. Have some ice cream with us. We're going to be around all weekend. So let's dive in, because the book is interactive. The book is meant to be like a journal. So it's a roadmap, it's a guide. It breaks making your dreams come true down into steps. So by the end of the book, you should know how to dream it and do it. So the first step...
Taste of a tale as old as time.
We prepared some flair, culinary cabaret. Move along and proceed. The banquets are prepared. What's moving on your face? While the party's entertaining. We tell jokes. We do tricks with a fellow candlesticks. And it's all in perfect taste that you can have. So while it lift your glass, you want your own free pass to be our guest. Keep your stress. It's fine dining, we suggest.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is just a taster. A taster. See what I did there? Is it too full?
Yes.
Yes. That's